Okay, I think it's working. I think. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let's see if we're live now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yay, you can hear. Okay, good. Well, okay, we're good. We're good on Kick. We're good on YouTube. Yeah, for some reason I was trying to I thought I was live the whole time, and then all of a sudden, YouTube decided to log me out, and I was like, what? What did you log me out for? I'm trying to be here. Hey, there we go. All right, we are here. We're ready to work to show off everything on the menu. All right, so how's everyone day? How's everyone day? It's going good for me. It's been a little bit stressful. We've encountered a number of amazing bugs, as well as just overall trying to make sure the game doesn't break. And so far, I've went through a lot of bugs. So if you don't know, the community story update is now rolling out into open beta on Google Play, App Store, and Steam. So if you are on Steam, you can right-click the game and then also go to Properties and then Open Betas. If you're on Google Play, visit the Play Store and search for that button. I'll say Join Beta. And then App Store, you actually have to download iOS Test Flight, and then you'll be able to get the Open Beta access. But for that one, it's still in review, unfortunately. So that's going to take some more time. So add story mode with bed. Oh yeah. So the one thing about the cutscenes too is I'm relying on one artist, and they haven't gotten back to me with more cutscenes. So it's kind of a downside where I'm trying to trying to add more, but I don't have any more cutscenes because I'm still waiting for more to get added. So yes, the idea is that most of the stories that have very strong purpose would have a cutscene built into their before interaction. So you get a little more detailed information about that NPC. It's not on the App Store yet. It is actually on iOS Test Flight, and I said App Store, but Test Flight is what you'll have to download as an app if you want to try it. But again, it's still in review. Let's see. So beta testing, if you have Android, go to the Play Store, search OneBit Adventure, and scroll down until you see a Join Beta button. It should pop up there. But yeah, so going off into the main purpose for this stream is, so we're doing this weekly devlog, so you sort of see the background behind what I'm working on, and in terms of getting instant feedback, I can in real time give you what you want, and sort of, you know, it's more or less hard to work hidden in the shadows, and then all of a sudden, boom, I release an update, and then you guys are like, wait, why is this doing 200% more damage? So we are expecting to release next week, given that there are game-breaking bugs. So yeah, there is still more to fine-tune before we go into actually releasing the update. But so far, I actually should pull up the the blog post. Yeah, we have a blog post. We go over the blog post. So if this thing lets me, hold on 1 second. But everything's going so far so good, kinda, sort of. I'm a little hesitant on confidently saying this update is very major. So, so going into the blog post, so new community story update coming to open beta, part 1. So the unfortunate part is I took a lot of NPCs from the story contest. So we had the community story contest, and I picked about 50 of them. 50 stories, which can also include old NPCs or a new NPC, along with branching choices. So I took a lot and put it, this idea, we're going to make one big update. Unfortunately, there was a lot of systems I had to create in order to make it easier for myself so I don't have to hard code a lot of things. And in this, we're doing part 1. This includes the 20 story quests. When I say story quests, I mean submitted by you guys in terms of adding it. It could be a new NPC or it could be an old NPC and a continuation of the OneBit story. So that's the 20 new. We also have a brand new cutscene, which is the intro cutscene that is added right into the start of the game when you start a character. So I'm actually not I'm responsible for the whole entire game. AZOZEFG. I do have people who translate the game for me, and in the Discord, they actually have a translator role. I believe we had a translation error channel. That's where you'll find the people that you're looking for. If you have any problems with translations, post it there. Yeah. So currently it's not on Play Store right now. It's on the open beta section. So what I normally do is I try to get everyone into a public release as soon as possible. But before that, I know my history of game breaking bugs, and I have to like preemptively pull it back, have open beta. Oh, I'm getting, hold on. I'm getting errors, OBS errors. Yeah, it's a little weird. But can you guys, are you guys not having any lag or anything like that? If you're not having any lag, then I guess we should be fine. I'm hoping that error goes away. So yeah, the whole idea of open beta is so that we can roll out a public release as clean as possible. And in order to do that, I need your guys to test it. Let me know, hey, this zombie spawned into a frog bard. Help, please. Yeah, so that's basically my job for the week until we get into a finished state. But yeah, going on. So we got the new cutscene. We got new monthly skins for the month of December. If you saw the monthly skins, those were actually last year's. These are the new one. We have Trash Archer, created by Andai. We have Bunny, created by Toby. And we have Onion Knight, created by Sinather. Do not ask him the origin story of Onion Knight. That's my only request from you guys. So, yeah, if you're still looking for the, let me see if I can pull up the Play Store, so in case, so I can show you what it looks like when you join beta. Yeah, the web version is not going to show it. Yeah, the web version doesn't show it, but yeah, on the phone it would show up as a join beta button. So let me go ahead and look at the next thing. Quick breaking ruin. This was a suggestion. I remember Caphar has been posting on the forums for community suggestions. This was one of them. So essentially you can get a ruin for quick breaking, so you only don't have to like keep switching between a pickaxe and something else in order to use quick breaking. So yeah, welcome Isaac. Welcome. I always have to think Isaac, right? Binding of Isaac. That's my thought. But yeah. Yeah, Pyromancer is always going to be the hardest. Leave him like that, okay? Even though Blood Knight is supposed to be the hardest, but... Alright. Let's go ahead. New hidden features. There are a lot of unique features within NPCs, and Actually, yeah, I thought I would be able to see it on here. Oh, I'm an internal tester. Never mind. I can't show you on my phone. There's an open beta button. It says join beta on the Play Store. If you click show more, or more details or something in the Play Store, it'll say join beta. So, all right. And we're going on to much more fixes and changes for the better and in terms of gameplay. What happened with the kick screen? It didn't work. Oh my gosh. See, this is where I think the kick stream is not cooperating now. What? Okay, let me... Yeah, the kick stream is not cooperating. I'm trying to see if there's anything else, but I don't see why it's not. Oh. Alright, we're just gonna have to rock it on... Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're just gonna have to rock it on YouTube for now. I had the same issue before, and now we're just gonna have to... We're just gonna have to disable kick for now. Alright. There we go. We'll just have to stream on YouTube for now. For the time being, until I can figure out why the multi-stream is not working on Kick. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Moving on. Let's see. So I've decided to split this update into two parts, mostly because of complexity and new functions required for a vast amount of quests that have yet to be fulfilled. So, like I said, we have about 50 quests that I've chosen for the contest. Only 20 of them made it this update, and it goes to show how much work is put into this. It's been about 2 months in the making, but at the same time, I had moved into a new house, and that has been taking up a lot of time, but at the same time, it's been, I would say it's fun. It's been fun trying to get everything situated, so, making sure everything's good. Okay. And then, so if all goes well in open beta, you can expect this update to publicly roll out in 1 to 2 weeks. That's my figure, the earliest being next week, Friday, assuming everything goes well. And I'm hoping that the bugs that I currently saw is not, it's major, but it was easily fixable, and I rolled out the update last night. So, thanks to all those who's given feedback and some of the NPCs. Look forward to sharing more progress. And the live streams, which is what we're doing right now. Cool. Yeah, the moving into a new house has definitely been quite a challenge. Learning about everything about a house and what makes a house stay alive for as long as possible. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. I could go on and on about how much stuff I have to do at the house, and I still have more stuff. But yeah. I can't add... Okay, so for any questions about multiplayer will be in Rogue Together, not OneBit Adventure. You see this big community story update. I can only imagine if I added multiplayer, there would be a lot more issues to run into. It's better to start off as a multiplayer game than to make OneBit into a multiplayer game. It's built as a single player, so we're going to leave it as that. I didn't make a YouTube video. If you search OneBit multiplayer on YouTube, you will learn me trying to do it, but failing because there's so many other things that needs to be handled. So, alright, so the new intro cutscene. The world has fallen under the corruption of the Eternal Wraith, and while all hope seems lost, Sapius continues his search for the one who can put a stop to this nightmare. You are that person because you were able to withstand the temptations of the Eternal Fragment. You have proven to be the one who can persevere without falling into temptations. So the plot being, wait, Joe in the house. What up, Joe? Hey, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you making it. We're just gonna go over the community story update blog post part 1. So OneBit's lore is being built right now, and for the longest, it had no actual, like, full-fledged story. Like, you had the Eternal Wraith, You had Shintaro, who's this egotistic guy. You have Sapius, who's willing to help you and give you powers, but nothing that concrete start to finish. We're in the process of that for sure. Yeah. So this brand new cutscene is shown at the start. So when you so when you create a new character, I also noticed that this does trigger on old characters for the first time. So if you have like 10 different characters, they're all gonna have the cutscene play. I don't know if I should undo that and make it so that it's only like level 1. So you don't have to watch every single cutscene, but they're pretty easy to skip. It's like 5 clicks and then you're past the first cutscene. So not too bad. But this is a one-time cutscene. As I mentioned, I only have one cutscene. And this is something that I'm really trying to work on, is trying to get more cutscenes into the game. I do have one artist working on the cutscenes, and I liked his style, but also Jub is busy with schooling, and I know he has some time off, but he is also working on Rogue Together. So there's a little different mix, but as I get more cutscenes, they will be added based on the NPCs that you meet. So yeah, once all, like, most of the cutscenes do get that, then it'll be like really like spot on. It'll feel more like you're living in the world now. So yeah, I could add a skip button. I don't want to put it in the spot that it's easy to press, so I might put it at like the top right. Yeah, it depends. Some phones might be a little bit harder to press on there, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. And convert diamonds to coins. I still haven't talked about doing any of that yet. That's one idea I've heard floating around, but it's still 50-50 on it. So, all right. So the 20 story quests. So this also includes ones that was early released, like Rita. Rita is actually gonna have the second part of her story fulfilled in this update. So everyone loves Silly Billy. We also have Lizzie the Lizard. And Lizzie the Lizard is one that you'll have to also search for after you complete your story with Silly Billy, and finding that, bringing back to her. So that's a continuation. That's part of the old one, but old update, but is being included in this. So the biggest one right now, that has like the biggest impact, is Bob. Because during last week's live stream, we actually went through this NPC, created this NPC Bob, and let's see if we can spawn Bob real quick. I'm trying to decide if I should just... Actually, I should use a character that has a weapon, because we definitely need a weapon just to show you Bob. And I love Bob. Bob is a dumb buff guy, but he's also at the crossroads, and he is quite... oh yeah, let's go through the cutscene in case anyone that jumps in hasn't seen it yet. So the first cutscene, Wizard Sapius goes, "Great, another adventure I failed to reach yet again. Before the Eternal Wraith, Shintaro's not going to be happy with about this one. It's only a matter of time before the end arrives. Each step continues to bring more chaos and more souls, feeding the Eternal Wraith's endless hunger." Wait, is that an Eternal Fragment? You're not consumed by it? That can only mean one thing. You were? Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Yeah, were. Yeah, there's some typos we're gonna have to go through. You were strong enough to resist the Wraith's temptations. I'll give you the strength you need. Only you can stop this endless nightmare. So boom, and then we go into our actual gameplay. So one thing for certain is Bob the buff guy is an NPC that is capable of upgrading your weapon into gold. But he only has a 5% chance to spawn at a crossroads, so he's very rare. But when he does spawn, he he can repeatedly spawn. So it's not a one-time thing. Most of the NPCs are one-time. But yeah, they're not all one-time. Some of them. Yeah, so hoping to see Lizzie is definitely... Well, I hope 100% that you accepted Rita's quest. Because if you don't accept Rita's quest for Silly Billy, you won't find Lizzie. So, an Eternal Fragment is a fragment that basically gives anyone who touches it the vision of their deepest desire or their deepest fear. And when they mean consumed by it, they mean like you are set and destined to do whatever the fragment tells you to do. The fragment is not in the game per se yet. It will be, but not yet. And that fragment is going to be a key part to the story and why every adventurer that gets sent off to try to kill the Eternal Wraith never succeeds, because it's always the fragments that stop them from getting to the Eternal Wraith. But like I said, we're still in part 1 of the community story update. Part 2 will lead on to more, and I'm hoping we get the Eternal Fragment more involved with the second part. Yeah. Silly Billy. Okay, so it might be a bug, but Lizzie should spawn. Well, let's first go over Bob, and then we'll jump into Lizzie. So, Bob, come on out, Bob. Oh, that's Yoshi. Yoshi, you were not supposed to spawn. Oh, wait, we got 100%. 204. There we go. Let's see if he spawns now. There we go. All right, so we did add Yoshi to the game. In case you don't know, Yoshi is my cute little companion in real life. Not in the game, but in real life. He's currently sleeping in his chair right now. So, what do you know about OneBit Rogue Survivor? I have no idea what that game is. Actually, I'll be honest. I never heard of that right now. So Bob is a buff, dumb guy, but you can also choose to fight him. Fighting him, he's pretty strong. He'll basically give you XP, but he's not meant for killing. He's meant for using him to upgrade the visuals of your weapons. So, he'll ask for the weapon you have in hand. If you don't have a weapon, he'll say, no weapon. Basically, he can't help. So, you have a charged spear. Yes! Give me charged spear. I know trick. Look. So, you give him the weapon. And then, shiny. But I can see. I can be more. It can be more. Oh my goodness. But it can be more. See you soon. Boom! He turned my charged spear into gold. So, stats won't get affected except the fact that when it goes from normal to gold, any upgrades with that gold weapon essentially gets more value. It might not change according to what you currently have as an upgrade, but future upgrades will basically be higher stats. How about adding an exclusive gameplay for hardcore like Quest Boss or something? Now, I guess there's a difference because it can be very broad in terms of like exclusive stuff for hardcore, especially when they can get caught off guard if they play normal and then all of a sudden, you know. I try to keep it both modes more or less the same. I can't write or read what you wait, you can't either. Yeah, no, all like I told everyone, my English, like in school, I was a mathematician, okay? I did calculus, I did AP, but English, no, I skipped on English. That was the worst thing. So, please understand. Please forgive me for my English isn't the best. Okay, well, we spawned him out there. All right, so if we meet Bob again and ask him, basically have him upgrade our charged spear again, what happens is he does another trick, which is make it crimson red. So now our spear is visually different. The stats are the same. Stats are untouched. but it's more just for the visual aspect, so it adds something extra. Now you can basically get your weapons crimson, but wait, there's more. Yes, it's one of those commercials where you're just like, is that it? No, wait, more. Did you like vectors during school? I loved vectors. I love I forgot how to say it now. Oh my goodness. That one graph chart where it's like a U. Now I have to search. Oh my gosh. I'm getting... Parabola. Parabola. Yeah. Yeah, those were my favorite. Oh, doing those... Yeah. Parabolas. Yep. If I could look at the formulas again, I would be like, oh, I miss it. Not like that. But still, it was fun finding out solutions to certain equations and stuff. Those were my favorite. Alright, so we take our charged spear. We give Bob the charged spear again. And shiny. This I like. Platinum. It's blue. It's platinum. It's beautiful. And it's just gonna stand out a lot better. As mentioned, completely cosmetic, does not affect your stats. But what if we do one more? Just one more. You have a charged spear. Here, Bob, take my spear away. Boom! Extreme gold. Extreme. We have gold on gold, ladies and gents. That has entered OneBit Adventure. Now, this is completely cosmetics. Again, Bob will appear at the crossroads repeatedly. 5% chance. It's very rare, so in order for you to try to reach the max, it's going to take a while. A long time, really. So, we run into Bob every now and then, so it's not like we can stand on top and do this. Correct. So, if you try to talk to him, he's just going to be mute because he already did what he could do. So, yes, that is correct. So, upgrade, meet Bob again, and then upgrade until you are satisfied. Currently, it only affects the weapons. Armors do not have upgrades at this time. So EGG if it's galactic, right? Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess I never actually changed the abbreviations for that, right? So currently the abbreviations would be a little bit tight on there. Trying to like make it so it's RGG. Yeah. That would be correct if it was that. If we did do the additional acronym little letter right after it. So. All right, so that's Bob. Let's go back into Lizzie. I actually am trying to think. Lizzie is gonna be part of the Rita quest, and if we test Rita right now, we should be able to get her to spawn, and we can do the Lizzie quest. How about we let him give us the item that add cosmetics, instead do it instantly. Oh, sort of like an item to do it instantly. It would require new UI. I don't think, unless, I mean, you're saying like a specific item that when consumed, it upgrades your weapon instantly. That seems like a very, like, something that could be added. Yeah, that would be something that could be added. Yeah, and actually he doesn't spawn per se like every crossroad. It's still 5% chance, so it's very rare for him to spawn. It's more of a late game cosmetic thing. Yeah, eggs do wonders. Oh, you like the fish? Yes, the fish to change the pet's color was nice too. Yes, that was a community suggestion. Yeah. Let's see if I can not die. Actually, I should put this on. Perfect. All right. So that's actually the headless skeleton. I was hoping Rita would spawn, but I think I might have completed Rita quest with this save file. So that's probably going to be the one thing too. So let's go ahead and go back. Actually, yeah, so we're going to be doing more and more reviews of what we have so far. And if there's anything you guys have a question on, feel free to let me know and I will answer it. But for now, we're just going to highlight some other things that was added part of the community story update. Again, this update was pretty much 2 months in the making. But at the same time, I was moving into my new house, and that was also a process. Creating new functions for the NPCs to work was also another thing. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. He still didn't appear. Oh my goodness. Why? Rita, please. Oh, wait, that's the wrong net. That's why. I put the wrong number. All right. And don't mind the stew pots. I was doing some other tests. So, adventurer, please help. So this one was already in the previous update, the one that's already out. And of course, we need to go to the cave to find Silly Billy. We're going to go to the cave. How about making the spawn point is the crossroads scene? So there are talks about changing the main. Okay, me and Jub was talking about this. Well, specifically Jub came up with the idea was that what if the crossroads was an expansion horizontally where you can actually see all the NPCs that you've like recruited, but it doesn't limit you to that one space in the starting camp. So your new starting camp would be a crossroad per se. Think of it like a sanctuary, except it's expandable. Like, it's expansion. Like, I don't know. It's essentially what you're thinking right now. Perseverance. I don't think I've touched Perseverance this update. Yeah, now, see, you're gonna have to remind me because there's a lot of things that in this game that I've made over the years, and it's a little hard to keep track of. So right now we're gonna try to find Silly Billy. Where are you? Yeah, and it would make Crossroads a lot more better in a sense that you actually can visit the merchant at the crossroads, or actually that was still going to be step based. There was something else. Blacksmith. Oh yeah, Wizard Sapius being another, because if you wanted to add a skill or get a new skill, you would have to like back out of the whole entire game instead of, you know, being able to revisit. So it would make it a lot more easier. I'm not getting Silly Billy yet. Unless I pass Silly Billy. Alright, we're gonna have to... We're just gonna, you know, skip through. No, we did not. We did not find Silly Billy. Did I miss Silly Billy? No! I did! No. Alright. We're gonna have to do it again. Jeez. Twice? No. Poor Silly Billy. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just bypass you like that. Alright, let's try and do that this time. Just try it this time now. Get Silly Billy. We'll get. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I got it this time. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry, Silly Billy. I'm here for you. Alright, so Silly Billy, of course, is out. We can get Silly Billy. Boom. Crossroads equals Firelink Shrine. Yeah, I guess you could say that, right? It's like like I said, it's like a sanctuary. But yeah, that's gonna be an idea. Me and Jub will basically be, well, Jub will be doing the idea for that, and as time comes, hopefully it will come for part 2 of the community story update. But let's leave it all up to trying to finishing up the story quest, because that is going to be the major one. Alright, so Rita, of course, when you find Silly Billy, bring back to Rita, you get 500 coins, and you get the Silly Billy pet. So cute! Alright, and then let me double check. What if Lizzie was never mentioned in terms of continuation? Yeah, so yeah, Rita does come up again at number 49, and this is in the overworld. Rita should appear, and this is the dialogue that Rita should present. Adventurer, please help me out again. I made friends with a new pet, but for some reason she's not where I last put her. Can you help me out? So again, choosing to help her out will give us the option to find Lizzie. Saying no basically is our loss, but we don't get a free pet. Alright, thank you. Last thing I remember was making a potion, and all of a sudden she slithered somewhere round. Probably. I'm certain I did not shrink her with a potion. Alright, so now if we were to, let's say, continue traveling until we find Lizzie, you'll see that Lizzie is actually in a pot, like hiding in a stew pot. So essentially being us, just like, oh, there it is right there, Lizzie. So our choices are just like Silly Billy. We either touch or bring, well, I think I put touch it, yeah. So there appears to be a snake's head sticking out of this stew pot. You don't say. Wait, why are some NPCs doing squash animations? I don't... Wait, they're doing squash animations. I didn't see them doing squash animations. Yeah, NPCs are supposed to be like static. Yeah, they should be static, like still. So yeah, if we go ahead and touch it, we'll get it as a pet. If we leave it, then our loss, basically. And then, boom, the snake appears to be harmless and even gets out of the stew pot. It's probably the pet Rita was looking for. Let's bring this back to her. And we got Lizzie! Find Lizzie as our quest. And there we go. Now we get a new pet. So Lizzie should be spawning, and if it doesn't spawn in the current open beta, we've got a problem, okay? That would require looking at save files, because simulating it in the game right now works, but it can be different between older save files. Yeah, they don't boggle. That's the they don't have squish animations until they are active entities. But yeah. All right. So, and then if we complete Rita's quest, thank you so much. Lizzie was in that stew pot. Good thing I left the broth lukewarm. Must have been a nice bath for her. Anyways, feel free to take her for a slither and have a cake for your troubles. Not that kind of cake, a colorful themed cake. And boom, we unlock a new theme. So this is the first theme that is unlocked via NPC, and that's the one that said coming soon for like a month. So I do apologize for that. So yeah, new cake theme is going to be part of the new update. Yeah, why is the snake bigger than the player? I think it's because this is how the idea behind community story updates is just how it is, you know? Whichever sprite I'm given, I'll add it as long as it looks cute. And Lizzie's pretty cute. She's harmless though. Trust me. Alright. So. Yes. Yeah, so let's hope that, because this is part of the open beta, so let's hope that Lizzie is actually working properly, because if Lizzie's not working properly, then that's gonna be more of a hassle to try to figure out. So, yeah. And then, so far, we've had, like, let's see, so, yeah, we talked about Bob being the one that upgrades your weapon visually. And some of the NPCs did name from last live stream, like Grim. Grim is the gambler who has the cards, and he's like, pick a card, fire card, lightning card, water card, and then you choose a card, your chance to get coins or to basically get nothing. So it's a chance game. He is repeatable. So Farmer Jake is one-time story. This one's a farmer at the crossroads, needing help. We still didn't change any additional stuff. Remember last week we were having suggestions about adding different items or a different way. But for now, his tree will only grow if you give high potion. And then we have, I don't want to spoil too much or go on too much, but there are more main story elements to the game where it involves you talking to the Star faction, and that will lead on to more in-depth story. And for those who touch the Void Vessel, just get ready for a jump scare. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'll tell you, okay? Charlie the Minotaur, your favorite NPC, is back. If you got to make the right choices for free, oh my gosh, I cannot spell. If you got to make the right choices for free. Oh my gosh. So, you have to make the right choices for free Iridium, okay? That's the gist of Charlie the Minotaur. He does spawn at extremely high steps, so 100k steps for his second interaction, and third interaction being over 1 million steps. So, just for those that really, want an extra reward for going 1 million steps, Charlie will be there to congratulate you. So, we talked about Rita. Scared Tree Quest has been added already. This is just redoing that overview, and basically there's some minor tweaks. We did change the name of the chainsaw guy to Jack. Actually, his name is Awesome Jack. So, he basically, instead of chainsaw, he has an axe. Just to fit the theme or make sense in the world of OneBit. Because machinery like that is not actually, like, it's in an older time, so more medieval time. So, let me put my phone on vibrate. Alright. So, next one is the Greedy Rogue. If you have seen the Greedy Rogue, so there was a bug there. He didn't spawn at all. It turns out he had a 5% chance to spawn in his own chunk. For whatever reason, I decided to just put 5% on there. So, anyways, he is going to spawn repeatedly just to annoy you. You either pay the toll or you fight him to get loot. And he drops boss loot, but he is not a boss. Okay, just making that clear. So, Hector is actually the gorilla. We changed the name to Hector. I feel like that fits him perfectly. So, he's a hungry gorilla that needs to be fed bananas. I want to say this one also was released in the previous update. Just the overview. He did change his name. Shellby as well is the fisherman. He changed his we changed location to the depths of the sea entrance. So, he no longer just spawns randomly into an overworld. Put him right in a spot where he's actually fishing instead of, out in the middle of nowhere. So, going on to the Frog Bard. Frog Bard is the new one, and gotta thank Isaac for this one. Oh yeah, that Isaac guy has some great ideas. Yeah, okay, sir. As Isaac mentions himself. The Frog Bard is amazing. Also has a new music added to the game when you do help him get to the next crossroad. I don't believe... Oh my goodness, I don't even know if he might even have a chance to spawn too close to the crossroad. That will be something I'll have to double check as well. Yeah. That'll be something I'll have to double check. 1 second, hold on. I just have to make sure I got the right note on here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the right notes for me, so I can know that Fraud needs to spawn not too close to crossroads. That's a minor thing. Minor thing. Who men will live forever. Indeed. Until you don't feed him bananas. So, a little pointer of interest is the game will save everything in terms of choices that you've made. If you killed Who-Man, if you killed Fraud, if you kill any NPC, the game will remember, except for repeatable ones. And in a later update, you'll see that come back to bite you. Arr. Something like that. So, just keep that in mind. So you could have a different type of run. Yeah. Am I too generous with VIP points and gems? I don't know. I felt like it was okay for now. You get the daily quests. You get the daily diamonds. Oh, please give... Oh, please, Dev, give us that many gems. Oh! Yeah. If I give you that many gems, then... I don't know. I don't know. What happens if I give you 1,000,000 gems and be like, he fulfilled his promise. This Dev is legendary. He went on a live stream and decided to give his viewers 1,000,000 gems. I think I would be like on the news article, because then they'll be worth it, right? So, Mary the snail. Oh, a mama snail needs help feeding her children. Feed her children. And this one's a specific one. So, so I'll let you decide. This one had a little bit of branching choices in terms of what you can do. So, 26. Let's find number 26. All right. So, don't hurt me. I am looking for food for my offsprings. Please help. I have kids to feed, and they only like to eat apples. So, do you have 12 apples by any chance? Let's just say we don't have any apples because we really don't. So let's just say no thanks, you know? Maybe you should consider being kind to a friendly mama snail for once. I guess I will scavenge what I can find around. Alright, so the choice of feeding the snail is if you feed Mary the snail, you will get, and we got another Liz pot. Oh, it's because I'm testing I'm in test mode. Okay. But essentially you will get a snail pet, and that will be just, you know, giving 12 apples and you get a free pet, you know? Not a free pet, sorry. You get a pet for 12 apples. It's not free. Oh, look, who's this? Is this who I think it is? Yeah, 2 Lizzies, that's because we're in test mode. Everything doesn't happen the same because test mode will often bug out certain things, but it's not going to affect the public version. Alright. Mary the snail says, remember me! My offsprings are still starving and ready to eat anything. Some thief stole my shell, and I wouldn't have lost it if you would have just given me the apples. So the choices are, you either fight, or you say, I'm sorry. What do you mean fight? Isaac freaking out. Why would he fight a hungry snail? Trust me, you don't want to fight this snail. You do not want to fight this snail. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's really like... I told you I'd give you choices. In this story, there's a lot different choices. But let's say sorry, okay? We'll say sorry. You know, we didn't have the apples, so we're sorry. Well, I guess I can accept your apology, but only if you give me 100 apples. Only then I will accept your apology. We either fight or give 100 apples. That's the choices you have. But I don't want to spoil what happens if you give 100 apples versus if you fight Mary the Snail. I'll let that be up to you to actually experience. So, yeah. The animation speed is low. Oh, is it? Actually, let's pull out Mary the Snail, and I thought I did side by side to make sure that the animation speed was the same. But yeah, we could always double check. Test. Let's see. So if I am certain, I will have to look in towards... Oh yeah, this is gonna be a bit. Yeah. NPC sprite, it's not dirty. Where is the sprite? Alright, we're gonna have to go into the zone. Alright, so, okay, so it's moving at, I want to say 8 frames per second instead of 12 frames. If we were to change it to 1.5, so there we go. You see this? So the bottom one is the faster one, the right one is the slower one. So I'm assuming you want the faster one. I want to say that's the one. If so, I can go ahead and do that right now. That's not a big problem. So, yeah, and a lot of times I get animations that are different frames. There you go. Yeah, so 1.5 is, it's either 1 or 1.5 when I do look at the animations. It's destined to go faster because that's just the animation speed that I intend for whoever submits the sprite. But there is, yeah, don't worry about the speed of the animation, but yeah, it's more visual appeal. So let's go back and see what we got next. So we got Mary the Snail done. George. So George is your boulder guy, where you pick a boulder, any boulder, and the choice is whether or not you pick the right boulder is when you get an equipment or a weapon or an armor. That's a repeatable quest. Happens in the castle dungeon, and if you pick wrong, you will take 10% damage. This one's always hard to simulate on the debug end, but then when I do it on the phone, it works. So I don't want to jump into this too much. But if I were to spawn it, it's not going to spawn with the chunk. So it needs it has a set chunk just for it. Should lower the rewards of story submissions and translated to game. I actually don't mind the story contest itself was, we don't really have that much contest going on as much. So if it happens, it happens. So it might go 6 months without a contest or 4 months. It really is random, so not guaranteed way to get VIP or diamonds. But yeah. Alright. Let's see, the next is Rocky. Rock, paper, scissors. So you play rock, paper, scissors with this guy, and you get coins for it. What? It's the only way to get diamonds? Okay, I'm a little confused. Oh, you're talking about the only way to get a lot of diamonds is by joining in on the contest. Yeah, and that's more for community support too, so. So yeah, rock, paper, scissors. This one was bugged, and I did fix it, so we shouldn't have any soft locks while playing rock, paper, scissors. And then we got Jack, which is a continuation of Awesome Jack with the Scared Tree, and he has been inflicted with death status, and you have a choice whether or not to save Jack or to let him die. So the choice is yours on that one. So, I want to say, yeah, you'll need a Purify Potion if you want to save him. That for sure. I kind of wish I put a little death status timer underneath so you would actually see it. But yeah, that might be a little too much in terms of like, what if you take too long to get to him? So, all right. Eternal Wraith. So we have a continuation of the Eternal Wraith's power growing, and a new interaction appears when you're fighting the Eternal Wraith. So it's a new dialogue and new enemies that appear. So Levatus, his shop has an expansion now. So instead of just 4 items to sell, he can sell 6, but you need to bring them 40 wood. This is an interaction that happens after you do the first talk with Levatus. So, a little extra feature for the shop, and also just to have some progression with Levatus. And we're almost there. Almost there. Yeah, I guess, well, most of the contest is 1,000. Wait, actually, how much did we do for the contest? We did do like that much? I know for a fact, okay, we're talking about the VIP situation. I know monthly sprites, I do 1,000 VIP XP. That I know for sure. And 2,000 diamonds for, yeah. So the 2,000 diamonds mostly goes into play with being able to buy all the skins for the month and a little extra. So, because I always see that people that have won previous, it was like they had gotten diamonds but not enough to buy other people's skins for the month. So if you submit a skin, it's 2,000 diamonds and 1,000 VIP XP. Yeah, the community story contest. Oh yeah, that was a big one. 1,000. So it was 1,000 diamonds and 1,000 VIP XP. Oh, thank you, Jub. Child of Christopher the Third. She has a little dress. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Hold on. So, we have Christopher the Third. Let's see. Christopher the Third. It's going to be a new NPC, and then that NPC will be a part of the continuation of Christopher. Aww! She's adorable! So sometimes Ostrich March misses the slimes. I think it's more or less the hitbox. Oh, excuse me. Hitbox detection. If the slime moves in a way that you are going too fast, then it will miss. It also happens with movements of players. If you take 2 steps in like a split second before the enemy gets there, you can get into the same tile as the enemy. Same with bosses. Yeah. Yeah, the contest gives you 1,000 VIP, and more so it's not like, I think the moral of like giving people VIP is not because like I need to make money, because if you don't, like, if you're at 0 VIP and you win a contest, you get 1,000 VIP, and then you're like, oh, I don't need to get any more VIP. Like, the whole point is whether or not you want to support the game, then you would spend money. If you want that skin, you would spend money, or if you want that banner or the character card. So it's more or less adding more of wants than having to need everyone to not get VIP in a way. Or I could just eliminate VIP from the rewards and just have it as only diamonds, but yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, making a lot of things harder, it depends. It depends. It depends on how to do it, though. Alright, let's go back into... Oh my gosh, I just closed that out. Oh, I just closed that out so quickly. Alright. I just closed that out. Alright, going back. Back. Where are you? Okay. Treemonger. Treemonger needs your help in destroying evil trees. So we have a continuation of Treemonger, and you basically have to kill evil trees to help him reduce his sanity. And then we go on to the Headless Skeleton. This one we showed off last week. It's a Headless Skeleton. You can give it a skull or a cheese or do nothing. Believe for this one is whether or not you use a skull or a cheese, you will get an adventure upgrade. If you use the cheese, you have to kill the skeleton, and then you'll get the adventure upgrade. So adventure upgrade is called First Strike. It actually gives you more damage in your first attack against an enemy. So it's a low, I think 5% chance starting off, and then it might grow to, I forgot what's the growth of that one. Yeah, but yeah, it's a new adventure upgrade only unlocked by the NPC. So that's that. Headless Skeleton. We have continuation of the fairy. John Doe has dubbed it as Tink, and we shall call the fairy Tink. So you actually have to escort the fairy out of the ruins dungeon. And once you do that, you will be able to get the pet, the fairy as a pet. But you have to do it successfully, because Tink could die if you do not. The thumbnail says Devlog 1? Really? I was... Okay. I did not expect that. I thought I put it as Devlog 2. Let me double check. Did it save? Really? Okay. Alright, I guess I probably have it in the trash somewhere. Let's see. It's probably this one. Yeah, see, I had that. Oh my goodness. YouTube, don't do that to me. Alright, uploading, save. Alright, that should work now. Yeah, it should refresh. If not, then I really don't know if it's gonna be able to change right away. But yeah. Alright. Let's go on to the last one, but not least, Yoshi! Yoshi, come here! Everyone loves you! He's like, leave me alone. I'm just trying to sleep. Yoshi is added to the game as a pet that you can get. All you gotta do is pet Yoshi in the game, and he becomes your pet. Only for the price of $1,000, right? No? No. He's priceless. You can't have him. Except in OneBit. There you go. Old man. Old man. Alright. So, Yoshi does appear in the overworld after 25,000 steps. He's my dog, and everyone loves Yoshi. Pet him, and he will become your pet. And that's pretty much the 20 story quests, minus Yoshi. Yoshi was a last-minute addition. But you can also click here to reveal all the spoiler details. This goes through all the little details on the choices and... Ooh, excuse me. In terms of the items you get per choices and stuff like that, you can click here and that will basically give you everything you need to know. So, we got December monthly skins. Of course, oh yeah, I did mention this. Trash Archer, Bunny, and Onion Knight. Definitely, I have to work more towards getting these skins before the month comes, so things like this doesn't happen, where we had last year's skins appear this month, and it was not supposed to. So, we'll try to stay on top of that. So, the current monthly skins are actually from previous... Oh yeah, that's what I just mentioned. And then more to come. There are a lot more story quests to work on and still a lot more promises to fulfill. This update has a lot of time spent creating functions for adding NPCs. It's not perfect, but I am able to push more NPCs than before. And so I've decided this will be part 1 of the community story update due to the amount of delays. Yes, there's so much delays that we've had. Part 2 will include the rest of the story quests and will add more cutscenes as they come in. People have been asking for Archer and Thief professions a lot lately, and I will do my best to get them in the next major update. So we are going to try and get those professions in the next update, as well as the story quests. Story quests will still come first in terms of trying to get that done, and then the professions we'll try to get as well. I expect myself to be working a lot more until the next month. Solely because there's still a lot of things I need to catch up on. I feel like this past few months haven't been that we haven't made as much progress compared to what we've done in previous years. So yeah. At this time, I will be doing more live streams to get the ball rolling on Rogue Together. If you don't know, Rogue Together is the sequel to OneBit Adventure, free to play, and also 4-player co-op in a turn-based OneBit style. We'll be also working on it during the live streams as well. So yeah, get more instant, this is also to get more instant feedback for new features on OneBit, and then of course follow on YouTube and K. And that is the update. You remade the evil tree sprite. It's way cooler now. I went and saw it in Community Sprites. That is insane. Okay, so if you don't know Isaac's, so we have the Community Corrupted Forest, and he's made this amazing, excuse me, amazing tree boss, and it has the eye inside the tree, and the eye will track the player, so it like follow very ominously. So yeah, I'm excited for that as well, but man, we have a lot to do. A lot. So, more so, we're gonna have to go into coding mode, and when we're coding, it's gonna be more chill, relax, trying to figure out what's the next thing we're trying to fix and stuff like that. Oftentimes when it comes to working on an update this big, I won't try to add anything too major or too game changing for the sake of avoiding bugs. So if you're expecting like a lot more big changes in the stream, it's probably not going to happen until next week. Why healing isn't a turn? It's because of the fact that the moment someone is going to play the game, eat an apple, take damage. Eat an apple, take damage. And then they die and they write a 1-star review. I ate an apple and still died. Like, that's going to be the problem. So, yeah. And that's the thing. In terms of that, you're really, really punishing. Like, there's games that do that, but we do have consumable items that do not outpace the damage that you receive, so. Alright. That was good. Alright. Water. Alright, so let's see what we got going on. So, I'm going to have to look at Discord real quick. And then see where we are in terms of bugs. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm looking on Discord and I'm trying to figure out anything new in terms of bugs. So, we have option buttons appearing over dialogue during landscape. Yeah, this one I definitely will have to work on right now. So if we look into landscape mode, let's go landscape and let's go ahead and spawn an NPC. We're gonna find this bug right away for sure. No, Isaac, do not scare anyone with the corrupted force. I know it's corrupted, but still. Okay, so as you can tell, that button is already in the dialogue space. The intention of this button, it should have been placed more down like here. But at the same time, yeah, this is way too, like, if we switch to this, yeah. So the button should be underneath the dialogue space, not over. Okay, wait. Okay, that way. What happened? Okay, switching aspect ratios might not be the solution. Okay. So yeah, this is going to take some time to figure out, but it's always bugs like these that are like, I can spend probably an hour or two just to fix a simple bug like this. And this is really part of game development. It's just really these little things. Are the creeping vines in the forest could trip on the ground and hang if falling from trees? I don't know. I mean, okay, if you're talking about corrupted forest, it's still not even in the game yet. And that's something we'll probably do in future live streams. I mean, we'll for sure do in future live streams because we're going to get that in the game. But yeah, that is definitely something I'm not going to be focused on right now. So option buttons is what it's called. We need to figure out where our positions for those buttons are. So this is not it. Wait, option posts. I don't know why. Why did I do that? Alright, option post is an anchored position. So, and it doesn't appear to have anchored position based off landscape mode. So that's rule number 1. Our landscape option is not even, it's not even like there. Yeah, so I did fix the bug with the 2 campfires on the screen. Yes. So you've gotten it in the public version, and I'm pretty sure I've seen that same picture. I did fix it though. Let me double check if it's on the list. Yep, fixed campfire spawning at fork 100% of the time. So the bug was Crossroads was always spawning campfires instead of a chance to spawn when a campfire is like far away, you know. So yeah, that is fixed. Um, okay, let's see. So we still need to do, oh my goodness. Okay. We need to figure out two things. Number one is where our anchor point is, and it seems like our anchor point is the center. But if we switch it, 125, 125. Okay. So our landscape script is changing it. That's interesting because I don't know if I even wanted to change based off that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to really decide how we're gonna run this. We might have to look at some old code and it's gonna be even worse. Do you know what boss to add on the forest? Well, for sure, Isaac's main tree boss. Yeah, his tree boss is insane. Here, I'll bring it up. I think yeah, community dungeon work in progress. Oh, you don't have the animation yet? I mean, I know you chopped it up and like made it separate. But yeah, this is that's the main boss. There is another like witch, but this is the main guy that you're gonna be like, oh man, he's the boss. Wait, why can't I add coins to new hardcore run? On the other hand, I can add in classic. Are you mean from the shop or? Because I know hardcore can't use shop as a way to get coins. Yeah. So yeah, that's the main boss. Isaac is just a goat at doing all that sprite stuff, and I know a lot of you guys have been getting so much better at that. Alright, so option posts is our main one. So all of this needs to be add buttons. What is add buttons? Oh my goodness. So there's add buttons. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is Okay. I think I get it now. I get it. So this was part of the old code, and I try to like have it add buttons, and then I just like scrapped it. We got 4 buttons, and so I'm doing that. Okay, Job is working on the animated crystal sprite. Okay. Alright. I'll be happy with that. And in terms of adding the button, we need to have a function to reposition the buttons based on whether or not we're in landscape mode or not. So yeah, this has got to be something we can do with this. So let's go ahead and create a void, update option button position, and for sure int will be the button amount. So how many buttons are we displaying? Based on that is how we display our buttons. So next thing is if we are in landscape mode or not. Is landscape. Actually, let's put this under here. So this will be portrait. And then this will be landscape. Now we have to basically set up the positions for landscape visually. So we know where it's going to be. The one thing too is, since we are doing Since we are doing portrait, so portrait, when there's 2 buttons, it's vertical. But when there's 1 button, it's also vertical. I got this. This is easy. Easy work. A mechanic in the mines where they can spawn various bosses. I think there's what was it? Jeez. Okay, Isaac can like bring Devour of Men, but please tone it down. Okay. Some of those are kind of scary. Okay, I'm like, even I'm afraid. I'm like, dude, Isaac, what did you like? Let me see if I can find some of it. I don't know. But I do like some of these are so cute. Like, it's so cute. I love that. It's so cute. This was Andi's. But yeah, no, Isaac, I do love your skeleton one too. I love it too. That one's a good one. Now, whether or not I make a whole bunch of bosses is another story, because that can keep me off track with the main goal, which the main goal is to try to do as much updates as possible within the amount of time that we have. So yeah, that's definitely a thing to consider. This is so much if else. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, we'll just do switch statement. Oh. Switch it based on button amount, and then we can do that. All right. Case 0. We do button 1. Oh wait. There's no 0. There's 1. Okay. And let's see. All right. Going into nitty-gritty stuff right now, and then we should be able to see if this code works or not. All right. Okay. Now, time to figure this out. See if we can spot where we can put this. This will be 2 buttons that we update to positions 4. And then we got this one where we update based on the option button amount. Boom. Now we're all centralized in one area for how the buttons will manage. The Necromancer puppets have a button to delete them and change its mode, but it usually ends down. It ends down the directional buttons. Can we move that? Oh, wait. The Necromancer puppeteers have a button to delete them, and it changes its mode, but it usually ends down the directional buttons. I mean, you can move them with the settings. Let me see if I can... Alright. Well, first, let me check this real quick. Let me check this. Because I'm pretty sure you can... Yeah, you can move the skill buttons around. But let's see this thing real quick. Okay. So 125 is way too high. Wait, where is 0? Okay, 0's right there. I think 65 will have to be the one for that. And then when it's 2 buttons, it will be minus 70. And And that one's 70. Really? It could be minus 80. Let's try that. Alright, 1 second though. We'll check it. Yeah, 80 looks perfect. Alright. Minus 80 and then plus 80. Now, if we have 4 buttons, we have to decide how that is going to fit all in that area. Oh my goodness. Alright. So if we do this, it's so close to the bottom. That's the only thing. Like literally, like this is how much space we have. 35. Yeah, that's so tight. That's so tight. I mean, it's not that bad. I don't think certain dialogues will... Yeah, certain dialogues might not reach the bottom. I hope. It's just very tight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is so tight. I wonder if other landscape... Oh my gosh, that is so... Ugh. Okay. Well, yeah, the positions are changing when I switch. Oh, okay. Yeah, so 35 for third and fourth button. 90 for that button. Oh, yeah, I don't like the spacing. All right. We'll have to look at that. We'll have to look at that. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can see what you mean about the button overlap. So we need a puppeteer, of course. Let's get these puppets. And then we need the directional. Yeah. Oh yeah, when you spawn them. Oh wait. Yeah, see, this is where it depends on the screen size. Yeah, I see what you mean. So normally if you have this would be like the perfect setup, but like it doesn't work every time because some people's phones are like this. Others are like that. So like, yeah, it's really like, Puppeteer just needs to put there a minion puppet to see how the world burns in fire. Yeah. If you have a dialogue for a static scene, why not have the choices go above, then clear in time? Because I like it being on the bottom. I like it being on the bottom. That's where I have it for mobile. Yeah, this is gonna be the challenge. But yeah, if you were to like, there is no way to move this UI. That's the only problem for now. Like, you're forced to move your D-pad over in order to like, and even then it doesn't show that. So you kind of have to guess. Yeah. Oh, is it not working? Oh wait, it's probably based on touch, that's why. I was like, I thought it should work, but it's based on touch. Alright. Using diamonds to buy skills? I'm broke, okay? I only got 10,000 coins. Stop it. Yeah. There's also talks about having, like, having the having the zombie be limited to what they can do. There's still, Beyond the Grave is just very powerful in terms of like, you just let them kill everything on screen. But yeah, there's still, it's a lot to think about when it comes to that. We're just gonna try and see what changes I could do for landscape. Oh, I didn't even remember what the other... I remember the X and... Yeah, the X positions I remember as 80, but not the Y position. Oh my goodness, just tight miss, tight miss. Alright, let's go to landscape mode and try that. All right. I believe 90 and 35. Okay. 90 and 35. So let's leave that as 65. Well, 65 and then 90. All right, let's see if this works now. I'm coin broke, as in, like, you know. Yeah, I guess they're more valuable. All right. So button 1 works. Now we need to test a multi-button one. Which, well, I guess we could just keep spawning NPCs. Button 2, yes, perfect. Now we need a 3-button one to appear. Okay, that's not 3-button one. Fight. All right, perfect. No, we need the gambler. We need a gambler to appear. Yeah. If you don't know how to code, maybe it's time to try coding. You can give it a try. Just a lot of YouTube tutorials out there. Start with something simple. I mean, when I started learning to code, it was JavaScript for me. That was when I was trying to make HTML pages. Wouldn't consider it 100% coding, but it is still code nonetheless. And you can create functions with JavaScript. But yeah, always start small with YouTube tutorials. Hello World is going to be your friend. Let's see. Gambler is number 44. We'll test him and see. Give 1,000 coins. Pick a card. Perfect. All right. This is one minor bug. This is considered minor because visually it will hinder you. Just visually. If you had to choose one class to play forever, which one would it be? If I add a Yoshi class, I'll add a Yoshi class, and that'll be my forever class. If Enigma is banned, then Necromancer, because no other class let me play as a rabbit. You want to play as a rabbit? Jeez. Yeah, I think Warrior was my favorite, but I ended up just... I mean, when you're coding a game for as long as 7 years, then you're kind of like, well, I don't even remember which one played better. So switching screens is going to be where we need to trigger the function so that it will remember what buttons amount is on screen, and then we can update that button layout. That is for sure going to be something we have to do. So switching between this to this causes that to happen. That right there is, nothing. I don't want it. So, but now that we got this function, update button position based on amount, we can do that. So we're going to save the button amount. Buttons on screen is what we're going to call it. We're going to leave it as 1. But as soon as we do this function, we will remember the buttons amounts. And then, based on the buttons on screen, is where we'll go and do that in the landscape mode. Landscape mode script. I want to say I have... Okay, so I don't have a button... Oh, this was the one where I created... Oh, this was sloppy. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is landscape mode, right? Landscape mode was so annoying to like figure out. Of course, you have to detect the aspect ratio of the device. And then when I try to adjust every single position by hand, oh my goodness. Yeah. So for now, I gotta figure out where that button is, if I could find it. There's dialog box. Dialog box. Dialog box 2. Yeah, this is the one that I don't like. Dialog box 2. So element 4, landscape reposition. So let's just make sure landscape reposition number 4. Oh, actually, it's right here. Set positioning. Okay, got it. So if, oh wait, let's put it on the bottom. If I equals 4, because that's our reposition code, we need to make sure we can access UI menu. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Ostrich is basically Yoshi if you think about it. No, Yoshi's a lot cuter than an ostrich. Yeah, hello world is always the first statement for every person who starts coding, right? I wonder who started that. It's just like the one programmer that was like, hey, let's start this tutorial by saying hello world, you know? Like, I know they always ask you, but do we have a tentative release date for Rogue Together? So in terms of that, it's still gonna be a while, like 2027. But 2026, here's the goal. So when we do Rogue Together, we're doing it together. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. When we're working on Rogue together, we're doing this together. So if you help me, the faster we get Rogue Together. But the whole goal of Rogue Together is it's 1-bit but multiplayer, and the whole idea is to make it so that it's a lot more smoother than 1-bit. So by smoother, I mean I don't want... Okay, that's the main reason for multiplayer on 1-bit not happening is I don't want players to walk into an enemy and be stuck on top of an enemy. Now imagine 4 players doing that. That's like overload of incorrect possibilities. So definitely I am working towards that with live streams. And with live streams, I will showcase everything I can, but also try to get done more. Because currently 1-bit adventure is what's keeping me full-time. Rogue Together is not until it does release, but as of now, Rogue Together is something I have to do in free time, basically. Let's go back over here now. So we need to figure out what functions we have in order to access the dialogue script. And it doesn't look like we have any access to a dialogue script. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna need access to dialogue script, and basically, actually, we could just do this. Oh, we do have main menu. Yeah, we got that. Okay, so we don't need that. We could basically just do it here. Oh wait, no, we do need that. No? Yes? No? Okay, we could do this. ummenus.dialog.update, what is it? Button on, no, not button on screen. Did I not make it a public? No, it's not public. Okay. Now we can access it. Update option button position based on dialog.buttons on screen. Now we are cooking. Imagine 4 players all playing Puppeteer and summoning 5 puppets each. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. You think so? I think we'll get. I mean, we'll definitely get Road Together gameplay before GTA 6 for sure. All right, let's see now. Okay, so we got 2 buttons. If we switch to portrait mode, switch to landscape mode. Yes, 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 yes. We're working. We're working. All right, now we need the gambler to spawn, and that will determine if our bug is fixed. And then we can move on to the next one. Gambler. Number 44. And let's see. Give the coins. All right. Fire card, ice card, lightning card. We're making sure that the buttons. Oh, no. It just hit the 3rd button. Yeah, for some reason, 3rd button did not update properly. Okay. Alright, this is where things get a little bit weird. 24 guys on screen sounds awesome. A small army. Imagine that. Don't worry, GTA 6 delayed till 2028? Definitely. Yeah, you know what's going to happen. I think balance will be difficult, but at least we're not hard-coding values that can't be changed. And we'll have to, like, really micromanage every update. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I guess it also depends on how well we manage HP versus damage between players. So it would mean that the scaling of HP between players would have to be, between the amount of damage will have to be very significant. Like, so I think Borderlands does this where it's like, the more players join a match, I mean, the more players that play together, the higher the HP of the enemy by a set percentage. Yeah, that's a good slogan. We're a bunch of rogues together. Yeah, collision detection is going to be one thing that will have to be. There's either server based or local, but having the server double check your position. Yeah, there's still going to be a lot to think about on that one. Oh yeah, Borderlands does also spawn more enemies. Yep, that's correct. Yep. Okay. Going back to this, we need to figure out 2 things. Why is our button amount when we're doing this? Oh, I think I know. Oh, hold up. Some of the objects are not disabling. Is it? Set active to true when you add buttons. No, that's... Okay. No, that's not it. Button 1, button 2, button 3. Oh! Button 4 was not correct. Wait! Really? Oh, hold up. The button is not correct. We have 0101. There should be 4 buttons. There should be 4, not 0101. Oh. Yeah, okay, so that was a mistake on us. Guys, you're supposed to tell me. 0, 1, 2, 3. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Perfect. Gotta sleep. Good night. Have a good night, water. Make sure you stay hydrated. You're made of water, but please drink some more. Alright. Maybe making RT map like 2x the 1-bit map so players don't get in the same path and insta-kill everything. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine bigger maps so that there's not too much clutter. Especially if it's a one corridor lane. People will get stuck between each other. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's see. Now let's try the gambler. Maybe you can make could do it mystery dungeon style where there's an exit to each floor. The player explores, so if people walk away from each other, they're not growing 10,000 steps apart. So it is dungeon based instead of the infinite going up. So it's different. It's not going to be the same in terms of like progression. You're actually diving deeper and deeper into a dungeon. And that could go both ways. We could force people to wait for the person to reach the exit, or we can make it so that that you can roam the next dungeon, but then that makes it harder. It very much will have to go through and decide gameplay wise what makes the most sense. So let's see. Let's go and portrait mode, and we still didn't get the wait. Why is the buttons not? Why is it still too? What? The third button is not updating for some reason. Third button not updating is a problem. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be a better option, having people vote to go to the next floor. I mean, if you're playing together with people you know, then you're like more unified in terms of what you're gonna do. Yeah. Will the levels be like a roguelike in the way that you explore a whole map and then fight random boss to get to a new level? Yeah, it's gonna be more or less. I mean, I guess doesn't Binding of Isaac does something similar in that sense? Like before you can get to the next floor, you gotta come across this boss. Alright, let's see what button amount is coming. Yeah, puzzles are always fun, right? I don't know. It's 50-50 on how much puzzles. Yeah, for sure it's debatable. Let's see. 3 buttons. It says 3 right there. Now we're at 3. So let's clear it and let's see what happens when we switch to portrait. 3 buttons. It says 3. It didn't update when I switched it to portrait. But then when I switched to landscape, it says 3. So something is forcing it to not update properly. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky. Also, like Borderlands, I think slag-like debuffs would be fun to play with an RT. Yeah, there's different. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, there's different status effects that could work well together. I think some games like I think Path of Exile use like a vulnerable, but I don't think that one's like co-op based in terms of like you do more damage if the more players you have or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Buttons. This is the one thing that I'm gonna be stuck on for a bit, ain't it? Like, how long has it been since we already did that? We added 2 buttons. added 2 buttons. If we do the 2 buttons, we only move the positions of those 2, but the third one shouldn't have changed. Alright, setting position. Let's double check everything. Landscape reposition. Okay, okay. Wait, actually, hold on. If that number doesn't appear when we switch, that means this is not triggering. That's what it means. Button amount. Hold on. Let me double check that. Okay, the Binding of Isaac makes it so most floors have a random normal boss based on the level, and then you have levels where it's the same boss spawns. Yeah, and that's gonna be the part of deciding how it's gonna play out. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be hard. I mean, when we get there, I think I'm 100% certain when we get there, we're just gonna know exactly, like, when we're testing, like, all right, what makes more sense, what makes it more fun. Okay, if we switch, yeah, it does still say it. Where is the buttons, actually, so we can see what's happening with this? So we're at, what is it, 035, 037. What? That's probably what it is. We didn't change it while we were in that mode. Hold on. Nope, that's still the same. That's still the same. Yeah. It doesn't make sense as to why this is not changing properly. Alright. You're not technical, so I'll leave. Alright. Have a good one. No problem. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. And most important, if you add an internet mode with other people from far, they may stop playing and just left their characters there, stopping everyone. That's called AFK mode. That's when, if someone's AFK for like a minute, it just automatically kicks them. Like, hey, are you still there? Yeah, there's just gonna be things that, and that's gonna be the fun part of developing all of it, is you're gonna have to run into situations where you have to decide how do certain features work. So this is interesting because right now, if landscape mode hasn't changed, probably maybe that's what happened. Yeah. If landscape mode hasn't changed. What if that was it? Oh. No, it changes right here. Sets it to false. Oof. Okay, yeah, that's going to be where we have to check. Oh, man. I thought this one was supposed to be easy. You lied to me. Landscape. Is landscape. OneBit Adventure kind of does normal versus set bosses already. Cthulhu being a set boss. Yeah, that's true. I have seen some people asking for a button to attack enemies on range. Those who you need to touch. I think something like a mini button in a diagonal in a directional. So, like the. Oh no! Hold on. You're talking about like kick them to their own solo adventure and let them rejoin. Maybe like I mean, there's still different ways to go about it. Kick them to the main menu or to do what you said, disconnect them from the party. Yeah. In terms of the attack button, actually people have been requesting a auto attack button that will attack the nearest enemy regardless. So it like knows which direction to attack a certain enemy. I'll give you an example, but right now I need to see if this is working or not. So landscape mode is false and it's still 3. Oh my gosh. Ah, this is killing me. This button. Oh my goodness. Okay. I would show you an example if this wasn't killing me right now. But and this is it. This is the set positioning. Portrait setup, landscape setup. Yeah, if portrait, if landscape. So we're probably adjusting. We're adjusting probably the button itself. Gosh, that's gonna be hard. Oh my gosh. To figure out which button is... Oh, there it is! Oh, there it is! Look! Okay. Alright, let's delete. Delete. There we go. Okay. So, in terms of this, let's see if we got it to work now. And landscape. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, that felt good. All right. So, landscape is... Oh, I don't have the perfect landscape. Perfect. Now we have it actually not overlapping the dialogue. One bug down. Who's keeping track of time? Fixed option buttons appearing over dialogue text while in landscape mode. Okay, that's number 1 is done. We should remove the debug text, and then we'll talk about the attack button that people have been asking for as well. Did I remove the print? I think I did. Okay. So, yeah, and that's what people have been asking for. And I'll show you what they want. It's like this. When you are an archer, let's say... archer. I think that should spawn an archer. So you're an archer, right? You can shoot from far, right? It shows the icon. But if you're like here, right? There is no way to like attack that enemy without tapping that enemy, right? You can tap the enemy and it'll attack. But what they want is a specific button that has, like for an example, like has this icon right there, and it's an attack button. So if you were to click this button, it would attack the nearest enemy. And that's one of the ones that people want. What up, John Doe? You're not late to the show, you're late to the first bug we just fixed. Only took about 30 minutes, you know? It's just That's just how it is. But what I'm trying to explain is what some of the people were requesting was an attack button where specifically if you press this button, it will look for the closest enemy and then attack that enemy. So it's automated in terms of who you attack, but you don't have priority. It's still, if another enemy was over here, it's just going to pick the closest one. And if it thinks the right one is the closest, it's going to attack that one. But only for this idea of having an attack button, I don't know. Like you could tap the enemy, like, to attack, right? You just attack. But some people just want a one hand. They don't want to, like, put their finger all the way up on the screen to actually reach out and tap the enemy. But that's what everyone was saying before. Not everyone. I say everyone. A couple of people have been requesting that. So, in case to catch you up to speed, John Doe. Yeah, so that's what you want as an archer as well. Yeah, and that's something we could do. I mean, it's just a matter of how hard would it be? And then also we need to implement a feature for it to edit D-pad so you actually can move that specific attack button. So it's not just as simple as one button. It is doable to create the function, but we still have to think about this part of the code. But yeah, so far in the live stream for today, we have talked about community story update and went over the blog posts, went over the new NPCs that was added in terms of for that blog post. And we just fixed one bug and talked about Rogue together for a bit. We looked at some sprites, but overall we have so many bugs I fixed last night, and that is looking like the only thing right now is like, where is the next bug gonna come out of nowhere, you know? Like trying to fix every single bug. So it seems like people like First Strike, the adventure upgrades, so that's good. So that was the last bug. Let me see if I can find another that was reported. Yeah, see this one? I have no idea. So this was part of the old... Oh, it could have been an error because of the way the enemies were spawning. It was the one where if you spawn a zombie, it spawned as an NPC, and now you're stuck with this. This I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what caused this. He is on version 3.5.4, and the fix for that zombie spawn was 3.5.5. So I guess if no one else on 3.5.5 has this bug, then I'm safe. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say about that one. That one I'm still working on, and this is why open beta has to exist. I don't want a public release to have this kind of bug. So yeah. We gotta look and see what other things we got. Yeah, that's twice that person uploaded that picture. And then I actually think I did fix all of them. I fixed the rock, paper, scissors guy, the thief guy, the name of certain enemies. Yeah. Some of the enemies don't have. Oh, and this one. Oh, yes, this one. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's this one. This one is ignore the restore up. I have a weird bug. No matter you like Farmer Jake, just the more you seek, the more destruction there will be. He literally has no ties to the Wraith, and yet he talks like the Wraith. You know what I'm saying? That's so weird. That's so weird. But he literally fought the Wraith, and then boom, that bug appeared. So yeah, and zombie boulder bug. Wait, which one's that one? Let me see that zombie boulder bug. So what do I gotta do to trigger that? So zombie, Farmer Jake is the Wraith all along. Yeah. Right. We'll just call it a feature. So zombie has to spawn on top of a boulder, or okay, give me the rundown. If a boulder falls onto your zombie, it doesn't have collision. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, oh wait, why did I do that? I mean, he does. Unless I am missing something. First zombie, then boulder. That's his. Yeah, maybe Wraith's side persona is the fact that he can become Farmer Jake whenever he wants to. Okay, zombie, stop it. Go over here. Like, jeez. So my guess was that it was going to be like this, where like you can push the boulder over the zombie. Wait, what? Hold on, the path update that makes boulders fall. Oh, that. Oh, that. Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know exactly which one. Okay, so we got to get the crossroad one. Okay, got it. Let me see if I can force it to test the boulder one, which I named. What did I name that one? Rocky. All right, let's test. Let's test it and see if we can get it to spawn. Let's see. I hope it spawns, because if not, this test fork might not work. Oh, I have to spawn the fork. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and spawn that fork. And then we'll go ahead and see if it comes. There it is. All right, we get this to spawn. And then we spawn that there. Maybe you spawn it again. Oh, yeah, he's going to move. Oh, he got hit by it. So, wait. He got hit by it. Okay, maybe you have to spawn it on there? Wait. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no. Yeah, wait. He got hit by it, though. It's a breakable object, so that's why I'm a little bit curious as to why... Yeah, he doesn't take damage on it. Was he like getting stuck inside the boulder? That's my question. Or he can go through it. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. All right, let's try to do this. Oh my gosh, there it is. So he was able to... Okay, so it seems like... So he can't go through it, but the instance of me moving away from the tile, and then the boulder spawns, and then the zombie goes onto the boulder. Yeah. Swap places, that's what is happening. Yeah, so that's the... This one is probably... Gavin, what is up? My man Gavin is here. Let me see where is. So this is a crossroad one. And the boulder is part of the Rocky. I don't even think I named the Rocky. Wait, what did I do with it? Number 21. Fork 21, which... Let's see if I can find... Nope, not there. Let's find... Get path. Ooh, this is more confusing. No, let's find the other path. Thank you, Gavin. I definitely love what I do, but sometimes it can be a little stressful. It's just more or less whether or not I take the wins. And right now I'm taking some losses for these bugs, but as soon as I get it all situated, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy about that. I gotta look for the path effect. I think that's what I named it. Yeah. Let's find rocks. Okay, now we're at the spawn rock situation. So pull, spawn attack, it spawns an attack, and then as soon as that attack finishes and triggers... Oh, now I get it. Oh. I get it now. Okay, it's a little tricky. So here's my guess. My guess is enemies take their turn. Maybe. Hold on. Okay, it's in the pool menu. Alright. So, just in case anyone new comes in and are stopping by, we're currently doing some bug fixes for OneBit Adventure. We did go over a community story update, which is currently in open beta. Has some bugs we're getting fixed, and then by next week we should have that all situated and ready for release, which includes 20 story NPC, 20 story quests, along with a new intro, new cutscene intro, quick breaking ruin, and lots of new pets that you can unlock through the game, through the NPCs. Is there any way to save your distance when you die offline so that you can upload it? Oh, currently there isn't. Yeah. I know people have lost save files because of, like, lost adventures because of that. Yeah, that one is a little tricky, especially because some of the details on a run is only saved during the run, but it's possible. It's possible. I spelled. Don't look, Isaac. Don't look. I spelled his name wrong. Let's go, and what we need to look at is when all the tiles, or I should say all the enemies take their action, and the player takes their action. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh yeah, that's spawn attack. Okay. So here's the problem. So move level enemies is actually move everything. Move enemies. So even allies get to move. Activating danger spots is one thing. Spawning a rock. Rock spawn. It's called spawn attack. And when you spawn an attack, then... Yeah, wait, then that means it shouldn't trigger. Oh, yeah, that's where it is. Okay, I got it. This is where the year 2019, we're living back in 2019. This is my amazing code back in 2019 we're looking at. How long will the stream go for? We got about an hour left. About an hour. Best of luck with the bug fixes. I got a busy day. Alright, catch you later, John Doe. Thank you for stopping by. I'm hoping that I get most of the bug fixes done, but I think it's going to be another day or so before I can get all the bug fixes done that I have planned for this update, but it seems the major ones, hopefully the major ones stay away. I really don't want to deal with major bugs. Soft locks are so terrible. I hate soft locks. Alright. Okay. Here's my problem. My problem is this if can get confusing. And I can't fix it without breaking the game. So, yeah. The next thing is deciding what takes damage. So, yeah. This is the hard part now. Alright, so if the player's position matches that, then deal damage to the player. But that attack alone is so different. Oh my goodness. That attack alone is so different from the ones I had. Alright, hope you have a good one too. Thanks for stopping by, Gavin. It's the falling boulder. I know it's the falling boulder. That's what this is. Rock spawning from path. Wait, not that boulder. Wait, that boulder? What? But you can still trigger. Oh, that boulder. Are you talking about the dragon? Oh, the dragon. Where do we have the dragon? 41. Let's spawn the dragon and see if we can get a trigger. If that is the case, then it's going to be a little easier to pinpoint. You're not talking about the dragon, are you? Because... Alright, let's see if we can... Oh my gosh, I killed it. Oh, sorry. Let's try to find a stronger one. Because I don't think it's going to trigger until we get to below a certain HP. Damage of 150. Let's see if he gets angry enough to spawn that. Nope. It has to be the dragon, right? Yeah. Okay, so it was that bug. Okay. Oh, your stream delayed for 5 minutes? Oh, okay, Isaac. Okay. No. So Isaac, yeah, you're jumping in halfway. It was a bug with the boulder with the paths, where if you swap places with your zombie will be on top of that boulder. The problem right now is trying to figure out the exact cause of it. And so far, it's not looking good. At all. Like, literally. Because we have the spawn attack, we have a timer of 4, the damage. Oh, after image 7. Okay, 7. 7, please come out. Where is that? Attack spots. So after image is 7. So let's look for the number 7. After image is 7. Right here. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Right here. So this exact code, which this is from years ago. No comments whatsoever. So this spawns boulder from Crossroads effect. So what happens is it only checks the player's position and it does a raycast. The problem with raycast is the zombie's not in that exact spot. So now the way to solve this is to actually look through all entities and make sure that there's no active enemy or player in that position. So now let's try to do this code one more time correctly. I do have a is taken function. So is taken function will actually hold on. Yeah, is taken will check all enemies, all allies, NPCs, and even other boulders. So, and even the player position too. So look at that. We only need to type that down, is taken. So instead of this, we'll delete this and we'll say, well, actually, no. In case raycast needs to equal 0, we need to hit nothing. And we need to say, not enemy, where's that AI thing? Enemy AI, I called it, or something. No, we're gonna have to access player. Pool. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to access pool and then travel through all the scripts until we get to the enemy. Generator.enemies. No. UI menu. Oh my goodness. Player dot update enemy. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Is taken. Done. Oh wait, position. Where's the position? I just moved the position. This. Okay. We solved the bug. Yo. We solved the bug. Look at that. Hey! Another bug solved. We got a free cookie. Alright, let's... actually, I don't think okay, I don't think I want to spawn the dragon. I want to get the crossroads. Wherever you are. And I want to make sure it's... Is it 21? I have to double check again. Crossroads, path effect. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah, 21 is the test we need to do. Alright, bye-bye, Ming, Rub, Fizz. Where am I from? I'm actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I actually was born in New York. Brooklyn, New York. And then my family decided to move out of the ghetto and live a happy life. Oh my goodness. I didn't even grab my profession. I need the profession. To live in North Carolina, and North Carolina was like way too like peaceful for us. We needed some ghetto, but not too much ghetto. I mean, we also couldn't afford it, actually. That was the truth. We couldn't afford it. And that's when we moved to Milwaukee, where my mom's side of the family was living. So let's go ahead. Let's get our okay. I got it. Oh wait. Regardless, it didn't work. All right, Isaac, thanks for watching the live stream. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Oh, bye to the bug. Bye bug. Oh, bug. That's what I get for not reading. But that bug is still there, so I guess we're not saying goodbye. And he still went through to that spot. Yeah, this is not good. Wait, did it still? Yeah, see, it still spawned on me. Wait. Oh, wait. I typed it wrong. So if there's nothing there and is taken has to equal false. Oh, my goodness. Equals false. Now we're good. Now we're good. We're good. So, can't you stand on a boulder by swapping with him when he's in it? Probably, because the fact that he's on the boulder means that the hit detection will actually think that it is a walkable tile because an ally is on it. And I did the thing again. Jeez, I need to make sure to get the skill. Where is profession? Give me that profession. Thank you, evil tree. We'll put you back to an enemy. Alright, let's get that in. Alright, take damage, alright. Alright, now spawn zombie. Swap! That bug is fixed. The only other thing I'm trying to think of is... Okay, yep, there it is. He took the damage. Well, actually, he's not even taking any damage, to be honest. He's not taking any damage. It's only damaging to the player, I believe, but yeah. So I guess that's the only other thing for that as well. What was the other thing? Can it... No, it can't even move on it. Okay. So as long as he's not able to move on it, then we're good. Okay. And if we spawn this here, then he's trapped in there forever and ever and ever. Okay. So, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Next, we're going to have to make sure that that damage works on the zombie. Yeah, because see, if we get breakable... Also, the attack spot only works on the player. Oh my gosh, really? Attack spot works on the player. No, really? There's got to be attack spots that work. Oh my goodness. My attack script always worked on the player, but never the enemies, because there's no ever instance. Interesting. So does that mean Minotaur doesn't? No, Minotaur deals damage. Okay, I'm overthinking. But for now, that bug is fixed. So we can go ahead and write that down. Fixed. Fix boulders from crossroads over lapping allies when swapping places. Alright, I keep pressing save like I'm gonna save that, but I'm gonna save it right there. Okay, let's go ahead and see if I have anything else to look at in terms of that. I think that was... Oh yeah, Fraud needs to spawn not too close to the next crossroad. Yeah, I guess that should be a simple one, but... Fraud Bard. So... Actually, we'll have to probably create a new bowl statement for that. Yeah. Okay. We need to create a new statement, and we'll say requires far from Crossroads. Well, I guess not too far, but enough to be like where they are not exactly too close. Okay. So the main one being this. Okay. This may be another bug. The other day while playing, I chose the path of 2 bosses and it didn't affect the Eternal Wraiths. Yeah, the Eternal Wraith would not spawn. It's a different type of boss. It's more of a story boss than it is a normal boss. Only because his health doesn't he spawns as one boss regardless of the path effect. Yeah, for the Eternal Wraith only. Alright, let's see. Requires far from Crossroad. And we need to check for... Oh my goodness. Continue. There we go. So, in terms of Crossroads, I need to figure out what's the difference between the distance between the Crossroads. I want to say I called it fork. Next fork. Yeah, there we go. Alright, next fork. Here's the function for it. So, Crossroads have a difference between plus 500 of your current step all the way up to 500 maximum. So, it's safe to say having the frog spawn at least half of that, 250 would be the minimum. So we need 250 minimum. So the player, where is it? Adventure highest steps needs to be oh wait, next fork. What's the next fork? Okay, which one has to be less than? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the next part. Crossroads fork. Oh wait, it is Crossroads. All right, there it is. Okay. So, yes, we need this to be less than... Hold on. I gotta write this down real quick. I gotta write this down real quick. Oh god. Okay, so if we are at 5,000 steps, and the next crossroad was 5,500... It has to be less than 5,250 in order for him to spawn. So if it's greater than, then we continue. So right there, plus 250 is greater than or equal to that. We'll actually do 200. We'll make it so it's like a more frequent chance for it to spawn. Yeah, it's quite a bit to learn. Rapture is a little bit of more technical. Think inside your head and be like, maybe it's correct. So this is the part where you have to actually debug and actually make sure it's working properly. So we're gonna print our highest steps, and then we're gonna print the next fork. So if this is correct, what should happen is the next fork should always be under 200. Yeah, high steps plus 200. So it should be under it. Else it continues. Hopefully that's correct. No, it's not correct. No, it's not correct. Yeah, that's right. Highest steps plus 200 is greater than next fork. Oh, okay. We're good. All right. We're going to go ahead and look for fraud. And then we're going to see if we could find where is fraud? Where are you? Okay. Number 25. So we're going to do that and see if we can have it spawn. Okay. So we might have, we'll see what happens. If we have any debug that pops up. Nope. Oh, it might be because he's based off steps. Right. So let's reduce that step. 100% chance. Let's reduce that. Oh, and it requires far from fork. We didn't even do that. Alright, let's see what happens now. Whoops, a little too much. Yeah, just a little too much. Alright. Now let's test it again. Unless he's gonna spawn because I automatically forced him to spawn. Yeah, I did force him to spawn. Oh, man. Actually... what number? And I didn't set the... Where is it? Requires far from crossroad. There we go. Okay. Woo! Now let's see him spawn. I dare you to spawn right now. And he did spawn. Wait, the next... okay. So now... We don't have anything that returns it. Okay, let's double check. Trying to take off the test mode. We'll still leave it at 25. We're gonna test to see if we can reduce the requirements. And hope that it spawns. Oh wait, we need to not spawn. Oh, we need the debug. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Hold on. That's where I messed up. Okay. We need the debug to spawn. That's what. So we need it to spawn. So we'll check the settings there. Perfect. All right. We are getting there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we got 100%. And now we simply keep going up until we get the debug right there. Okay. So we got steps 127. Next fork is 500. So if next fork is less than that, yep, that makes sense. All right, we got it to work. All right. We got it. Yep. Perfect. All right. So now we fix fraud. So now, well, we should say updated because it wasn't necessarily like a bug. Yeah. Updated Farrar to spawn not too close to the next crossroad. Alright. Perfect. Okay. We're looking good. We're looking like solid for now. I'd say I'm looking to see if there's any more reports from open beta. Okay, so it seems like version 3.54 is out on test flight. That's also not 355. Yeah, 355 is gonna be the updated one. 354 has some soft locks, but 355 has some fixes to that. Oh, I did forget to mention, I didn't think I tracked this down. Fixed pets causing errors when going back a version. This was whenever I add new pets and you go back a version, there are detrimental bugs with it. So that one is definitely something I don't want happening in future versions. And I think that's it for OneBit in terms of bugs. And I guess we could take a break. Gonna use the bathroom real quick. We'll touch a bit on Rogue Together, and then whenever the wife comes home, that's when it's time to end. So I'll be right back. And we'll see what we got left. We'll save this. No. Wait, what's happening? Save it. And then we'll work on Rogue Together for a bit and show you what I got so far. Where is Rogue Together? Alright. I'll be right back, okay? Let me put the BRB screen. Yoshi is cold, yo. All right. All right. Okay. So, we've gotten through the hassle of fixing 4 bugs. 4 bugs. Well, 3 bugs on live stream. 1 bug was yesterday, I guess. So 3 bugs for today's live stream. And now we got to look at Rogue Together. we're not going to have too much time to work on this since, of course, our priority is working on OneBit and also getting Rogue Together situated at the same time, but we still got a lot more progress with this one. So one thing is making sure we can import tiles. And actually, there's still a limitation to the way the player moves around the map, so I have to work on that. Because right now it's stuck in that environment. I can't move up. But for sure, we got the tile map working. We're gonna have to start importing more tiles. What's up, Isaiah? Welcome. Just got done talking about OneBit Adventure and in terms of the new community update, and also did a lot of fixes, three bug fixes in OneBit. So that community story update is going to come next week, hopefully, with all the bugs fixed. Yes, RT animations are awesome. You can also thank Jub. Jub is the artist behind, he's behind a lot of the stuff that's been in OneBit and also Rogue Together. So, but right now we have currently, well, actually, I wonder if Jub finished the Deef animations. I think he was still in the process of that. Yeah. He's still in the process of that. He hasn't finished all directions, but that one, let's see. Wait, let me see what other ones I have. Yeah, I have the Warrior, Wizard, and the Bard. So if we go back to the player, I can actually show you. Warrior. Of course, the Warrior was actually... oh yeah, the hit effects, we have to adjust that. The hit effects is based on a setting right here. And then we have the Wizard. I wonder if it changes automatically. No, okay, it doesn't change in runtime. The Wizard. So the Wizard is also here. And we can use that. Bam. And then we have the Bard, which was the last one. So yeah, this one right now heavily is going to be more Photoshop work instead of coding, simply for the sake of trying to get as the tile sets into the game requires us to edit the sprite sheet. And so the unfortunate part is that it's going to take a long time to get all of them in before we can actually work like fully on functions. But we'll get there. Alright, Sprite Atlas. So this is our Sprite Atlas where we're just going to have to cut out different parts of the environment and then lay them out into the game so that way we can actually use them. So yeah, that's the fun part of this. Just cutting out every single thing that we need. And then things that we have duplicates of, we don't need. We just have to make sure not to cut those out. So, yeah. There's going to be stuff like this that we'll have to section off. But for sure, it's going to take some time. RT characters would have the same abilities as... similarly, but no. I want to say a lot of the stuff in OneBit Adventure it's not going to be the same. How would I describe it? I don't know how to describe it. Because when you have wait, what is this part right here? I don't know what that part is. We'll have to have Jub explain it to me. What is that part? So yeah, there's going to be what's called aspects between different classes, and some of the classes will have certain aspects that incorporates what abilities they learn, and that is what makes it different from professions. So we're going more towards the old school rogue in terms of how you get certain skills. But you can see, you can expect certain things to come back from what OneBit Adventure has. for sure. All right, let's see. We're going over here. We're just gonna take any extra tiles that may be of extra use to us. For sure. And then we'll crop out the ones that we don't really need necessarily. What is this? This is Rogue Together. So this is actually the mansion map, if I disable that. So this is actually animated. It's 3 frames. And this is going to be the one that we're going to work on for now. And import it into the game and see how it looks. Make some adjustments and go from there. We'll also have to make some chunk maps as well. Preset chunks, determine what objects can spawn where, that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll keep him as more of a necromancer in Rogue Together, where it's like spawning multiple undead instead of just one zombie. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, but yeah, this is like stuff that is not going to be able to be confirmed until like months. For sure months before we can confirm what things will be part of the final game and so forth. What is the main gameplay? Main gameplay is dungeon-based looting, similar to the old school Rogue, where you go in through a dungeon starting for nothing and basically get the things you need in order to finish the game. Yeah, there's still the it's endless dungeons. Instead of adventures where you're going upwards and upwards, you're actually going into the world of the Eternal Wraith, and that's in the dungeon itself. So like this actual thing is when you go up the steps and you go into here, you get to the next floor, but there's still entities below you. It's just that you are still going up or down. But it's still endless. It's considered floors instead of steps. Endless floors, I guess you could say. Let's see. So we are good here. Let's see. Are these? Let's make sure these are the same. Yep, they're the same, but we can just take this one. Alright. So, I'm going to have a lot more organizing to do before adding these all in. What about classification? A teamed one would be great, counting on the amount of ROMs. ROMs or rooms the team has passed. Yeah, counting on rooms have passed. Since a step 1 may be strange with 4 players. Yeah, you know, it's more like the floors. I want to consider it floors or levels in the dungeon, so. Wait, what do you mean, did any game before? I'm not too sure. But yeah, the floors are essentially what causes the levels to get harder, per se. Wait, why is my delete button not working? Hold up. Am I not deleting? Okay. Don't know why. Alright, let's move this down over here. Oh no, not like that. And then I believe I put that symbol across over there. Yeah. Did I put that symbol there? I did not. Okay. Do you think you can implement a party system swapping characters? I think for the sake of like adventures, I want like you can have multiple characters, but you could only choose one to go in a dungeon with. You would have to rely on your teammates if you want to like utilize other classes. You have to rely on them to use it. So any idea on communication? It's 50-50 on whether or not I want it to be chat based or have it be emote based or a ping system. There's still like different possible outcomes for that, and yeah, it's always 50-50 on what best solves this. Like chat based would work best, but at the same time, when you have a chat based, it might not necessarily. I guess it would work in the terms of it being turn based, right? Like you don't have to be pressured into like attacking an enemy right away. So I think that might work best. Alright, we're cutting out the ones that we really don't need, but we also need to make sure that we get... these are corners, but I'll have to decide with Jub on that one. It will be expensive because online stuff, yeah. I mean, it's granted, you're thinking about stuff that cost money to get people to send messages. I mean, it's per the like thousands, but it really depends on how well I monetize the game and how much I get for Kickstarter when we do get to Kickstarter. Yeah, stuff like that. A lot of it is going to be dependent on how well I do in terms of getting the game out there. But yeah, it's definitely going to have a live service element of basically being free to play, but also paying for cosmetics. But then the base game of being able to play multiplayer, that's going to be the hard part. So I have to decide many different things, especially because the Kickstarter is going to be like the thing that helps me like be okay and comfortable with releasing it with a chat-based system. So yeah, we'll see. Right now I have to line things up and make sure we get things lined up, and then we can start overlapping animations and stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, ping based system. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely easy, right? Like, say for an example, there's like an enemy right there, and you basically can say target this enemy, right? You know, each player should have a specific color, or if anything, we'll have to generalize certain colors for certain pings, but we'll see. I actually wonder if there is another turn-based game with a ping system, because then it would be easier to look at. Let's see. See if we can get up here. And, oh yeah. Okay, take that off. Oh, that is that a perfect lineup? Wow. Jub, you got a perfect lineup. Wow. It's a perfect lineup. Okay. Yeah, and that's true too. Having two big games would be hard to manage alone, yes. Yeah, it would be weird. Chat based with mobile. Yeah, it would be weird now that I think about it, because it pulls up the chat box. It pulls up the chat box, so it's gonna feel like clunky in a way. Yeah. Well, it all depends, because of course on PC it would feel natural, right? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's a pretty big one. That's a pretty big one. Okay. Well, and also at the same time, even though OneBit Adventure has gotten over 4 million downloads and has kept me full time, it also doesn't mean I have the money to hire another artist. Like another programmer. Programmers are very expensive. Like compared to hiring an artist, like you can hire an artist to create sprites, but you can't hire a programmer to create functions at a reasonable rate that, you know, you don't want to undervalue them, but at the same time you also don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get them to do one function and trying to get them to, you know, I don't know. My coding is just straight up spaghetti. Like it's not the best. So I think that's also going to be a problem that hinders a lot of the things that would go into the game. Alright. If the cost is too great, maybe the internet could be left for the moment, and by the moment make it local and Wi-Fi based. Yeah, I mean that's definitely doable too, like having it be that way. I want to say, yeah, there's a local. What does it call it? What do you call it? I think they call it like land based. I think you would create a lobby per se, and that lobby would run under your network, not on a server. The only thing that is potential downside is that opens up to vulnerability, so I would be held responsible if someone's information got stolen because it was local game. But I don't know the proper way something like that could go wrong, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the exact term, but I'm trying to think of the exact term, but I can't remember. Alright. So far, we are getting through that. And we'll see how that. Oh my goodness. Alright. It's gonna be a little bit sloppy until we can. It's not that sloppy. It's fine. Okay. We have this somewhere? Yeah, we have this up here, so technically we don't need that. Unless the door doesn't animate, does it? I don't think the door animates. Well, actually I have the... do I have the animation in here? I have to look for it. Job. Where is my animation? I don't see it. Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking for this right here. Untitled. 3? That one? No. That one. Alright, so as we can tell, the animations as of now, the torches have the animations, the hands have the animations, this campfire, the furnace, and this. None of the doors have animation, so it'll be safe. Side note, these tiles are amazing. Can't wait. Yes, they definitely are. Like I said, Jub is the artist that was behind creating all these animations, and I can't wait to get the game to function with these animations. So I'm very much anticipating a lot of good to come out of this game. A lot. I want it to be the game of the year for 2D category. I mean, I don't think I'll beat 3D, but 2D. Alright, let's see. Oops, I'm into that. Let's move this here. Let's move this here. Okay, actually move that there. So I gotta separate them from touching each other, but we'll condense them together as soon as we can, like, chop up all the pieces that we actually need before we end up needing to add them to the game. So yeah, it's gonna still take a bit, and I have to organize where are these pieces gonna be, like, in the sprite sheet. So I gotta group them together. So yeah, lots and lots of things to do. One bit pieced together. Let's see, this here, and then see how it looks. We will see. But yeah, this is the joy of game development, trying to cut up the pieces, make sure they're together in terms of animations and sprite sheets. So perfect. And that will be, that is one. I did have those. Yeah, I did have that cut out. I don't know why I cut that out. Yeah, I should have. I don't know why I did that. I should have left it together for the portrait. Yeah, let's leave that together. Pokemon-like? Oh, you're talking about another game. About the chat, it could work like the test that goes up from the character on OneBit Adventure when healing and getting hit, but a little longer. I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I say, like, I guess that would be more like a, what is it called? Gosh, now I'm trying to think. What is it called when you... It's like the mouse wheel thing, where there's like a circle mouse wheel, and then... Well, it's essentially a ping system. It's a ping system. They call it pings, and when you ping for help me, then it'll do the text pop-up above your character. But yeah, we'll see how that... I mean, so much more to think about when it comes to that. Okay. Let me make sure I did not move the entire sprite sheet, because that would be bad. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. Do I have the mechanics yet? I mean, the mechanics for the text pop-up, not yet. I mean, it's as simple as getting it from OneBit, but it's a different text component, so I gotta make sure that it works with this one. So, now, well, you see, it's just more or less like trying to group things together. Yeah, but yeah, it's not too bad to do like the text pop-up. And I don't think I have it on here. Probably not. Yeah, I would have wrote like UI text or something like that, but it's not there. Voice to text? Not really familiar with how to transfer voice to text in a game. Oh, you meant gameplay? Like, for gameplay right now, attacking an enemy, taking damage. I don't even think I have... Oh wait, I might have a death animation too, but... No, I don't. I don't even have the death animation. It just freezes after you, like, take damage. So right now it's not a full-fledged, like, thing. Like, I've made the trailer. The trailer was a mock-up, and it creates a dungeon, but I've decided to go more sprite-based instead of ASCII-based, but still have some ASCII to tell the story of the Wraith, so... But yeah, right now there's still a lot more mechanics. This is nowhere near finished. But sprites are an important part of making a level, and so I need a level as well, so it looks pretty and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna be the next thing, is trying to make sure we can get all of this in. Oh, wait, this is not... Wait, this was here? Why I feel like I'm missing Oh yeah, that's for here. Okay, okay. Yeah! That would be perfect. Boom, boom. Alright, so... Now we got that cut out. It's not a perfect cutout. It's going to be more or less of getting this all together into the sprite sheet for us to create a map. So save this for now. Should be Unity, Rogue Together, Assets, Resources, Sprite Atlas. And now we have to open up our other. Wait, this is not. No, other one. This is the other one. Yeah. So this is going to be the one used to create maps using tiled. What the game has. So we'll see what I have. Yeah. So this is essentially the map editor, and you would create maps or chunks with this. So hold on. Okay. So yeah, they're gonna be chunks again, but like they're gonna be preset different variations into chunks. I think Dead Cells does something like that. It's basically create a frame and then you paint different areas that would essentially be randomized. Wait, do we have the idea of what to make with the chat? I mean, right now we're just cutting up sprites right now. There's a roguelike game that HB have related about dungeons. It's 2D Doom files. Maybe it'll inspire me. I don't know if it's spelled right though. Doom Fields. Semi-idle dungeon roguelike. It's more of an auto battle though. It's an auto battle. I mean, it does look like they have Slay the Spire like esque for choosing a path. Where it's party-based management and stuff like that. No, the mic thing, having the game do it by mic is not gonna work for what, in terms of what I know, in terms of like what I'm capable of. I don't know if the doing a microphone thing is gonna work. For sure, ping bass would work. But yeah. All right, now for us to make this something that we can actually work with. All right, we're gonna make this the main way to do the sprites for the game. Map editor thing. Yeah. Wait, is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. All right. Okay. Right here is where we begin our journey into making all that stuff happen. Yeah, microphone isn't great in terms of for an indie developer. I don't want to be a guy that has to moderate every single thing that chat does. Well, every player does, you know. There's so many wrong things could happen that I don't want to be held responsible with. Especially scammers. Like, scammers I've seen in different games, and it's just because they have open mic or open chat, stuff like that. Yeah, that's just how it is, unfortunately. So this doesn't look like we're lined up. So for the sake of this, we could squeeze them together for the maps. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's put this is here. Let's put our interactable objects all on the top right. And then we'll do our walls to the left. No pixels were selected. Thank you. Okay. Hopefully that's good. And then this should be good right there. And this should be... Oh, actually, we can move this to the side of it, and this will fit perfect. Perfect. Woo! We're getting there. It's looking a little prettier. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those hands though. I feel like those hands might have to not be on that sprite sheet. We'll see. Like, you could block some words, but like I've seen a lot more ways to get around stuff like that it makes no sense to even try. Unless you're a big company and you have the money to like handle that stuff, but yeah, it's not. As an indie developer, like, it's not it's not a big deal in terms of like I'm not gonna get millions and millions upon dollars simply because I have voice chat, you know. Ugh. I just burped the nasty one. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's move that down a little. Okay. Seems like our middle is going to be our stairs. Perfect. It's looking perfect. And in terms of that, oh, look at that. Oh, so that's what that, wait, they look almost the same. They almost look the same. I need to ask Job about that one. Right. Let's see. Yeah, and when I look at, well, you mean like playing so many different games, like so many people are like, oh yeah, you could just use this letter or this emoji and bypass the filter, you know. So much stuff like that is already out there. And even if I did my best, like even for like OneBit, like so many people will still be able to bypass it. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Our piece is looking much and much better. Oh wait, let's do this right here. Let's do this right here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Just a little off at this part right here. Okay. I wouldn't worry too much about the colors, because this is without post-processing, so you're not actually seeing it the way the game has it. And again, there's also themes and settings we can modify in order to have it be more visible. You know, there's themes in OneBit, there will be themes in Rogue Together as well. Pray for the best. Scotty Rich is here. Of course I'm still alive. My bones are still cracking, but it's working. What's up, Scotty? Oh man. Let's see. Right now I'm just, you know, I'm just here. Let's not overwrite this. This is actually for the sprite sheet. And actually, for the sprite sheet, I think this might actually be better for us to put into here as well. To put it as a one piece. Oh my gosh. Deselect. Yeah, this might just be a lot better. And then we'll modify any adjustments later. What area is this? This is my mansion. Welcome to my mansion. Oh, did I not? What is that? Oh, I cut that off? What? Oh, okay. Welcome to my mansion, Scotty. Ignore the hands coming out for your legs, please. It's Rogue. Wait, you kill the enemies, I heal you. Yeah. I mean, I health you. Oh, there's still, yeah, okay, so we're cutting up slices for Rogue together. And these are going to be tiles that we'll be able to use in the tile editor. And then correspond them so that we can make maps, and then we'll create sections of the maps that can be randomized. It's a lot. So, here's the idea, right? Okay, now I ruined this because I changed everything. Oh, I didn't leave out empty tile for that. That's fine. Empty tiles will probably just... The girls are here! Alright, we're gonna have to end the stream. My wife and my daughters are here. Sorry, Scotty! Couldn't see my mansion for much longer. Alright, let me do this before I forget. Oh, it's offset wrong! No! We offset it wrong. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it later. Alright, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Sorry, Scotty. You came in out late, but I gotta go. I gotta go. So, next week, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central, we'll go and do some more work on OneBit Adventure and Rogue together. Thank you for watching the stream. Did a bunch of bug fixes. Community story update will be coming sometime next week. And I hope everything goes well. You know, no major bugs. That's all I'm hoping for. So, alright, thank you for stopping by. I'll catch you guys later.